Hello and welcome back to Warframe. Today we have another quest that I actually forgot to do. I believe it's a main quest. The Jade Shadows. Struggling to understand the oldest and deepest secret from his past, Stalker finds himself allied with sworn enemies on the troubling road towards uncovering the truth and averting an incalculable loss.
All your dreadlong life, you had lived with despair, anguish, hatred. But none of these compare to your guilt. Kings and golden lords, why was it you she saved?
It's cool being able to play as the Stalker again. It's also cool seeing this kind of layer for the Stalker. The Rhino head, the Volt head, Loki up there. That's a Prime, I think, version of... I have the frame, I just don't remember it. Excalibur, Saren, a Nova. I'm actually gonna look around a little bit, because it's really cool. And it's cool, like, he's repurposing a facility that would probably be like Til Ragor's on Neptune. And that would make sense, because I think Neptune is also where Hun Hao is hiding at the moment.
Her light is dying, her life almost spent. And you will never learn why this unknown slaughterer chose to spare you. You know whose help she needs. Will you let her drown in your despair? Or will you sheathe your hate and ask them? Never. you delay, you doom the only one you ever wished to save through your own stubbornness.
Got 200 shots and Dread is wild. Wonder how this Dread is built. Cause I'm liking these. Was that a million damage hit? I always worry about power creep in this game, just because, like, a million damage. Oh, I just auto breach? Okay, cool. Yeah, like, power creep's always a concern of mine, because while base weapons are fine and they haven't been crept too badly, I just worry the ever-increasing need for challenge will eventually override everything. Oh, I have to do this, like, the normal way. I usually just take low-key and completely cheese these encounters. But no, they make me actually have to find buttons and things. Man, I need to pull out my Dread again. I remember getting Dread early on, and I was so hyped. I used it for so long, and then eventually just, like I said, power creep kind of kicked in, and it fell to the wayside as a very underpowered weapon. Oh yeah, oh, the drop. I just remembered this.
Did we just lose a significant percentage of our bioplasma reserves? Well, hello? Any techs care to run a diagnostic?
I like that we have this Captain Xeto, it looks like, as well. That's honestly one thing that I feel is lacking with Warframe in its current state is we keep getting new frames, and those are kind of characters, but the actual, like, NPCs of this setting are really thin. So it's nice to finally have someone new, even if they're just here for this mission, just to give a little bit of flavor, instead of having, like, Tilragor or not, he'd be Grenier, Alad V, or some character we already know just pop up and be like, oh, why is this happening? Like, at a certain point, some of these guys can't be doing everything. It would actually be cool if there was a character. I mean, the Grenier kind of fall into that of being a clone, and that kind of explains how they're anywhere and everywhere at once. Yeah, it's really cool because it's just like, hey, we want you to focus on the actual stealth elements of this mission, as opposed to having to, like, sit here, monkey around with the hack, make sure you do it right. Already I'm hoping we get more Stalker stories, because just that alone is nice. And I like the Stalker, I think he's a cool character. Okay, there's gotta be a vent or something. Well, that didn't do me any good at all. Okay, what did I do that for? I disabled the lasers to here? Man, I really am rusty. I haven't done these legit in so long. Let's just... Oh. Okay. I guess the Stalker can just ignore lasers while he's invisible?
No system fault. We've got an intruder. Triple robotic security on all vaults.
I like the nonchalant approach to that too, just like, yep, put more robots out. It kind of shows that, or at least I feel like it shows that they're so accustomed to Tenno raids at this point that it's just like, yep, happened again. Here's the procedure, just go do the thing. It's a minor thing, but I do like that in storytelling when certain elements like that, the player, we're not seen as just like this anomaly, and every time we show up, the enemy just kind of stumbles about like, gosh, what do we do? They've dealt with Tenno for so long that it's just like, yep, this is what we do, this is how we handle it. If it gets worse, well, then we're screwed. God, even the melee hits hard. I'm not used to that. I'm used to all the Stalker weapons, even when tricked out fully, just being mid at best.
There. Camera 5. What is that thing? Tenno? Oh, doesn't fight like a Tenno. Troops, monitor, but keep your distance. Am I on? Intruder! This is Captain Xeto of the Ordis, in service to mighty Parvos. Whoever you are, stand down. Your actions will not be tolerated.
Also, I was wrong. It's Captain Xeto. Was not really focusing on the name and just kind of filled in the blank.
Well done, whatever you are. It seems you have what you came for. But why? He's a what? Read me that entry again, Ensign. But what use would the Tunnel Hunter have for medical-grade bioplasma? Track him.
You see? Futile. Only one can help her now. Beard the beast in its den. You know the path of old.
Damn it! Signal lost.
Operator? Did you disable the security grid? Who's there? Operator? Umbra? Helminth? Ordis assuredly heard something just now.
Let me in.
Whoever is there, step into the light.
Or do I literally have to, like, be right behind him?
Ordis assuredly heard something just now.
Whoa. Last guy who tried sticking me with a blade? Things didn't go so well for him.
Stay calm, Operator.
Wait. Ordis, I don't think he's here for a fight. Are you?
feather. Processing. It is from a Warframe. One who went missing around the time of the Oracle fall, but documentation is scarce. Almost redacted.
You're here for help? For a Warframe? Why? You hate Warframes. Unless... Is this one... like... you?
Ordis doubts anything is left of their sanity at this point.
All right, I'll help. For them. Whoever they are.
Strange. A Warframe's power should last forever, but some additional factor is draining hers. I am unable to determine what.
We can't let her die.
To restore a depleted Warframe, Ordis suggests you turn to the base matter of which Warframes are made.
The infestation. Go!
Wish I picked a different skin for my operator. If I knew he was going to show up, I would have picked one of the cooler ones.
If you're serious about saving her, you need to spill a lot of infested blood. She needs cortichrome. And that has to be harvested directly from a Juggernaut.
Oh, I'm holding... Hang on. Oh, that's a weird visual glitch. While invisible, it looks like I'm holding an arrow.
One of the old Corpus Hulks off Eris. Find me the cargo manifest. I want to know what he's searching for. He's woken a Juggernaut. Clumsy. Unless he meant to? But why?
God, I think this was how you did the initial fight for the Jordis Golem boss. I haven't done that fight since Atlas came out. Wish we'd have more incentive to do those fights again. I also hope that this kind of leads to more Stalker stuff. Or letting us play as, like, Acolytes. Because even though Acolytes function essentially as, like, a character already, as a different Warframe, with the Stalker head, I think they're cool. And I'd also... It's kind of like the stuff with Call, where I think it's really cool and just wish we would have got more of it. Because it's... Like, Call was such a cool character, and the options for what we could do are really cool.
Don't just stand there. Go! The longer we wait, the less of a chance we have of saving her.
Wait. Bioplasma. Now cortichrome. Could it be he's playing doctor? There's a Warframe at the bottom of all this. I'm sure of it. Alert the Sisterhood. No. Alert Vala herself. I want to deliver this asset to her personally.
She's worse. We can buy her a few more minutes, but she's not going to make it through this.
Try.
You don't understand. Whatever's been draining her, it's speeding up. And she's not fighting it.
Try. Jade.
Oh. Did not expect a pregnant frame.
coming up. Get security in position. Do not screw this up for me. The Sisterhood doesn't give second chances.
Candidate, Brother Parvos is watching.
Captain, there's no Warframe down there. Just traces.
Something. Rip it from his dead hands.
You're going to be a father, Soren.
But, Phlegums, if the Lord's found out...
You'll take care of us. Always. Won't you?
The heart is a labyrinth, none darker than Stalker's. At the center lay answers, loss, and life. One life lost for another life gained. Life never before seen in the Origin system. An impossible life that, in turn, brought with it more questions than answers.
Inbox.
Tenno, the shadow has fled. His lair is silent and empty. He will not return. Understand, she haunts this place. Her light has marred the earth. She whispers in the sleeping machines. Through the disintegration of her flesh, she lives on. In honor of my barren, void-scarred womb, I entrust Jade to you. He would not have wished this, but she would. I remain the great and terrible Unknown.
Okay. So, I mean, that was a fairly short bit, but God, that when they say it raises questions, it sure as hell raises questions. Because Warframes are effectively just infested biomass put into a shell, to my knowledge. Hence why, like, the Rhino lore, uncontrolled, he's just, like, hulking out, eating people.
Operator, did you hear that? It said...
Shut up, Ordis.
Cosmic background radiation is a riot!
But it's strange. On one hand, I get it. It is a decent story of just, like, pregnancy, losing someone during a pregnancy, things like that. A very serious thing that I almost feel doesn't fit in the game. I don't know, I feel like there's certain topics that just, you can convey them, but I don't think you ever really get the weight of the situation, like, down. And I think part of the problem is, like, we don't know the Stalker. We had one quest years ago that was kind of a little bit about him, I think? Yeah. Because it's with the red people. That's a hell of a description, but, the faction you get a bunch of bonuses with if you work with the Steel guys, the Grineer who rebelled. But, like, it was one quest, so yes, this gives Stalker definitely a new angle, and I think that's good. It just also feels... I still feel like I don't know the Stalker enough as a character to be like, oh, okay. Like, I understand the weight of the situation and everything, but it just doesn't seem to have as much impact because you don't know the Stalker. Like, you have that gut reaction of like, oh shit, because you understand pregnancy, you understand that there is a mortality rate behind it, all that. But how it affects a Stalker, just, you're kind of still like, hey, isn't this the guy who tries to kill my ass every time I fight a boss? I do wonder how this is going to affect the Acolytes, if the Stalker has left his lair and hopefully is kind of on a path to redemption, or at least a path of kind of taking care of his own, instead of a path of realistically what is mindless self-destruction. But, I don't know. It's good. It just... I feel like we needed more. The pregnancy thing, and now we have apparently the first Warframe child. That's new. I have no idea what that's gonna pan out to be. I hope they actually do something with that storyline and it isn't just, you know, memory hold. But I could also see it kind of getting a memory hole eventually if no one wants to really work with it. That's kind of the curse of lore. Sometimes things end up getting retconned. I also don't understand it. So, Jade has the Jade Light. Why do we find Eximus enemies now who are Jade Light enemies? That feels like maybe the next quest that I have to do, the Lotus Eaters, will explain this and really kind of bang it out for me. But otherwise, at the present moment, I'm really confused. All in all, though, it was fun. I enjoyed it. And I'm gonna call it here. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to hit the like button. It helps out the channel a lot. And if you haven't already, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
All these feelings?